My name's Richard Spooner. I'm what's known in the UK as a consultant scientist, and my responsibility is for service delivery of biochemistry in the west of Glasgow. Our operation is twin site. We have a main laboratory at Naval General Hospital where the accelerator is placed, and we have a 24/7 satellite laboratory about 5 miles away which services all the acute medicine in the west sector of Glasgow. Greater Glasgow Health Board encompasses 6 adult hospitals and 1 children's hospital. It's split into 3 sectors. It's split into the north sector, the south sector and the children's hospital. As I said earlier, I run in the west of the city, and in the last 5 years I've been responsible for the procurement of equipment for biochemistry for the north of Glasgow, and subsequently I've been responsible for the purchase of biochemistry equipment for the whole of Glasgow. West Glasgow is a twin site. It operates from the Naval General Hospital and the Western Infirmary. The Naval site is the main site, and we mainly process cold samples with a few urgent samples mixed in amongst that. Consequently, we really only work a normal working day from 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock in the evening. Consequently, we process 1,800 to 2,000 tubes each day in an 8-hour working window. In reality, that's more like a 7-hour working window when we allow for startup, shutdown, and the quality control and any maintenance processes which are required. The staffing in the west sector of Glasgow, for which I have service delivery responsibilities, comprises 1 medical consultant, a clinical scientist consultant, myself, 6 other scientists, 24 technologists, and 10 support staff. This team outputs about 4.5 million billable tests per annum based on 400,000 patient requests. The 3 accelerator installations in Glasgow all have the same components. We have an input-output module where samples are loaded. The sample then passes to one of 2 centrifuges. Following centrifugation, it is decapped. We then pass the sample to wherever it needs to be analysed, either at architect chemistry or immunochemistry analyzers. Following that, the tube is sealed. Aluminium foil is placed over the top of the tube. It then passes to the tube storage unit. This is a refrigerated unit, holds 15,000 tubes, 1 week's worth of work to us. Interestingly, all the accelerator installations in Glasgow are slightly different to reflect local workflow and laboratory space. In principle, our procurement in 2004 was a standard procurement exercise. The difference was, and in fact we were probably unique in this, in wanting a single supplier to work with a number of manufacturers to provide analytical solutions for chemistry, immunoassay, blood gas, coagulation, blood transfusion, etc. Abbott was chosen as the preferred supplier for Glasgow in May 2005, and the reason for that was that Abbott was able to offer analytical solutions for every size of laboratory. We were able to integrate through the Architect CI8200 the smaller, medium-sized labs, and it had an advanced tracking system for the larger labs. So Abbott got the contract because it provided the optimal analytical solution for the city. Glasgow laboratories were guided by a parallel review of acute services. We were challenged to deliver a world-class laboratory service dependent on site. We knew in advance which sites would be large. We also knew which sites already had a tracking system. So we were able to plan for the future, but we were also able to look at the smaller sites. And for our first experience with the integrated analyzers, we made a deliberate policy choice that these would fulfill what had previously been a tracked solution.